I'm back. I just wanted to make sure that, first of all, I don't want to implement myself in anything. I am far removed from anything from my past, and I don't know nothing. I have a book because I want to really get my testament out there. Um, and I don't know how far to, I don't even have, to go as far deep in on my story on YouTube. There's no telling who will come across this, but I'm hoping that anybody that knows any young female out there, that they will share this video, especially if they're born and raised in Los Angeles, California, want to visit this place or anything. I'm born and raised here, y'all. From 12 years old, I've walked these streets starting from Florence and Normandy. And I know how we get hooted and hollered at from just walking from the liquor store home. The world just now talking about older men sleeping with younger girls. I'm like, they've been doing that. But I couldn't say anything because it was happening to all of us. But what I saw was a glorification of being not your best. It was like you were being your best in the lowest, gutterest place that you can be. I have another story to tell, and I know that this is not the place, but by the way, I got that shot of tequila. I'll make it quick. I went out because I like to party. I live in Los Angeles, Hollywood. Hey, I know that's right. But while out, if I get intoxicated, I drive. I don't take an Uber. If I'm out by myself, sometimes valet or call the security and make me wait it off, maybe sit in my car, sleep it off, whatever. But one of the times, 2 times, it's actually happened. The valet guy decided he wanted to, fondle me. First time that happened, I didn't say anything. I was too intoxicated to really even deal with it, and I just remember going forward. I wouldn't even remember his face. We didn't have sex, but I just know he touched me while I was like laying there, kind of like, moving forward. A couple months go by, I go back to the same club, and a similar situation happens where they're like, well, you can't drive, we're gonna wait. The next thing I know, out the blue, this Hispanic guy he has my key, just gets in the car, he's from LA, and I'm like, he's just waiting with me. So he's like, what do you need to feel better and everything? So I say, well, I'm hungry. And so he takes me to grab something to eat. I'm not even sure if he paid for it or what the hell happened, but some kind of way, wherever we parked with the food and all that. Oh, you know what? We got hibachi. We got hibachi rice from the little vending man. I remember he walked me, and then we had to get out the parking lot or something, and he pulled somewhere, and wherever he pulled, I remember just kind of like laying back, and I had my back, just laying on my car door, just laying on my car door, skirt on, and I'm a party girl, and I'll tell you this, a lot of times I ain't got no panties on. Tequila got me telling my truth. Anywho, he began to touch me, and immediately I was like, are you the person? He said, yeah. So immediately, I'm gonna tell you, because I remember thinking about and contemplating, what would I do if I was in that situation again? So first thing out of my mind was, you need to give me some money. So he said, okay, whatever. Negotiated that. So he wanted to do was just touch me. Touch. I let him. To this day. To this day. The sound, mac and cheese, the thought of just my allowance, knowing the stranger of him, and he was just a Hispanic parking attendant. I was disturbed the entire next day that I went home and I got sober. And when I went out again at a whole nother club, now I seen them and I realized these people have been around, and this has been kind of like their thing. And he was the first person to try to come get my car. And so I thought about it. Maybe I could use this to my advantage. So as soon as I seen him, I said, well, I don't have to pay for valet. He said, no, I got you. You ain't got to. So after not paying for valet and everything and went in the club and all that, drank and had a good time, I still came out sober enough to know that I needed someone else to get my car. I didn't have to pay for valet, and now I know his face. And just looking at the whole crew, it just seemed like, yeah, we can't wait. And you don't know when that situation was going to get worse. So I'm putting all my business out here to say that any one of you ladies that feel that you cannot do this another day, don't. Any one of you ladies who feel immorally, even if it's just one of you, like, this is sickening. Now imagine that was a touch. I've never even been with anyone out of my race, let alone having to go out there night after night or every couple of days, even if it's just when you want to, because you want to. There's a better way, sis. I'd rather you just go to the dang strip club. I'd rather you just go to Vegas. Like, at least at that point, they had taught me how to be one in the top, not in the top of the line at the convention center, you know, with the little jeans on and the little tank top. They didn't even tell me to wear nothing skimpy. Not enough for the kind of man that I wanted. It was heels, little tank top, jeans, and at night you have to have a nice purse and sit at the bar. Let me tell you. I'm not glorifying anything. I'm just saying you have a choice. If you only got what you think you got because maybe you feel you're not educated enough, maybe you have the wrong friendship, man, whatever, you need a fast buck, try one other thing that you might like. See, my first part of my journey, if you want to say, well, how? The first part was prayer, fervent and never leaving him. If I sleep with someone, which I didn't, other than I was praying the whole time I was sleeping with the dude that was saying that he was gonna pimp me, and I only have to do that once or twice, and there's a lot with that, but I was constantly making sure that the Lord understood that I needed his presence. And even in sin, and even as a whore and a drug smuggler, dealer, whatever you want to call me, I took time to pray. I keep mentioning prayer because I didn't really do anything else. I don't even think in 2007, 8, and 9, maybe not until the end of 2009 did I even really read my Bible. Did I even have one? So it was just prayer and faith. And I don't even know if I had faith. I just knew to talk to him. I knew that whatever I needed was bigger than what I could do for myself and my circumstance, because all my peers didn't want anything better for me. I'll tell you one of the other break. It was kind of funny. that I'm a tax preparer now, because I think it was 2009 when I got that place that he moved. One of the things that kept me afloat was one of my friends did hook me up with the person that was, you know, if you had kids, you know, you do your taxes and, you know, you do what you do. So when I went into business, I made sure that I wanted to help people. And first year of doing taxes, first year on my own, God hurry up and make sure I understand you're gonna be on your own doing this. He put me on my own within a company. It was crazy. 400 people, and I've doubled in numbers since then, and I've lost some, gained some. I've got some experience that has bettered my practice. But I'll tell you that even though I'm single now, still, it's very hard for me to grip my mind around just literally, like exchanging my beautiful self just for that. But I'm going to tell you, I was willing, and I have done it for less, and it wasn't like I wasn't doing it, but some kind of way God made the pimp take too long trying to prep me to where he ended up fleeing me. And when he thought I was going to fall flat on my face, I survived for months until I was only homeless for 2 weeks. At the end of the year, I had to stay with my auntie. And then I made enough money. I got hired in December. I moved into my place in Gardena, which was $1,050 a month. And I remember my first paycheck, I kind of realized, my grandmother helped me move in there. But I realized if I get paid twice a month, by my second check, I already made rent. And I remember I never got Section 8 or anything, and I've been sustained. So this is a message of hope, encouragement. It's not typical, and this is embarrassing. I'm putting my shit out there for the world to hear. But let me ask you a question, and let's see if you know my answer. Do you think I give up? Because ain't nobody that's gonna judge me off of this video gonna pay for this place that I'm staying in per month. And while I'm trying to advise you all to be that friend that I did not have, that there is a better way. It may be slow. Doing taxes is the most boring, lonesome, weird ass industry to be in. Okay? As soon as you try to get a friend in the business, then maybe they got a tax issue, and you like, damn bitch, we supposed to have drinks now. I gotta avoid you because now I got to help you with your little shit. You know, it's this sidebar. I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is I would rather have that drama than the drama of 10 Johns a day. Because of what you guys are allowing, I'm not even in that industry. But I can't even walk in Long Beach or anywhere without these Hispanic men. And excuse me, I love Hispanic people. So any Hispanic person that comes across this video, a lot of my clients are Hispanic. Hispanic men have taken me on plenty of dates, regular dates. I'm not saying that. I love my Latin. I've been born and raised in LA. But what I'm saying is, but shoot, some of these Latino women need to go and they need to be checking their papi and they daddy and say, you need to respect that negra. Yes, but we have to deserve and want more for ourselves. It takes one. Even if you know, I stayed doing the things that I was doing after I got invited to church by some random guy, and I only paid attention to the random guy because my mind frame was always trying to see who was going to help me next. But I didn't want to consider myself a whore. So I listened to someone who I thought was trying to, older guy, but he invited me to church. And that day at church, it changed my life. I think I committed myself. If I wasn't needing or I had to go out of town, I was there. Oh, I was there. I was there so much today. I was running after the bishop trying to ask for a job because I told him the truth. I said I can't do what I'm doing anymore. But he couldn't. God didn't have him to have my answer. He had me to seek and find myself and my answer. He knew my future, but I had to choose to be serious. I had to tell a lot of things and situations, friends and all that. No, I'm done. No, I'm done. Some of those same people, after I left those situations, went to jail. They still trying to find themselves in their career. It was like the tables turned. But the difference is not because I'm better than anyone or holier than anyone. It was because I never denied my Father's power in my life, which is Jehovah God, and my belief in Jesus, and that if he can turn Saul, turn Paul, and if you ladies, I know who I'm talking to, and if you like, the fuck she talking about Saul, turn Paul, maybe just Google that statement, Saul, turn Paul, and you learn the story. But while you're doing what you're doing, my pastor, he says, bring God into your stinky places. It took me a while to understand that, and those be my most embarrassing moments, like with the guy. Sometimes I come home and I went through a situation like that, I'll be afraid to talk to God for maybe, now I talk to him every day. Like, I can't really just go the whole day and I just, but I'll really be afraid to just make my petition and talk from my spirit because I'll feel too flawed or embarrassed. But now, even if I'm going out, I tell him, I bring it there. I let him know that, I messed up. Father, I'm afraid of this situation. I'm in here in deep. If I'm in the bathroom, I'll try to find the best way, and I'll look for that way out, because the Bible does say that he has a way out of every temptation. Your temptation is just your choice. You don't have to get up and go on that dirty, nasty, stinky, nasty, non-paying ass avenue, ladies. So when I'm riding through there with my Mercedes Benz, I'm not looking down on anyone, but I'm seeing where the devil wanted me to be. Why he really does attack me so much, because he like, bitch, how did you escape that shit? And I'm still fighting, and I really have to go there. You know what I mean? Use your resources, use your talent, use your beauty, use your fashion, use whatever. It's an internet world. And if I'm not saying just get up tomorrow and, it may not be your situation. But make that plea in Jesus Christ's name and ask God to show you that better day and that better way. And I bet you, I don't care how long it takes, he will. He will. You probably be driving buses, but you never know. Look what he did to me, for me. He gave me beyond what I can ever even imagine. I was just trying to be a radio DJ or something. Maybe get a nice ass job at the mall. Maybe I was trying to lock down a job at like the DMV. I was trying to do like maybe a city job or something like that. But that was not my passion. But I can tell you this, as a tax preparer, I seen people make the same buck as I am within 1 year. Just working for the Department of Water and Power, mama. Let alone if you went to school, which I wind up doing right now in 2022. Doing real estate right now, getting my real estate to go with my tax business. That let you know that I don't just do taxes, I have my own business. God blessed me. That's why it's a lot I want to put in my book. So I ain't going to say I'm an ex-hoe. But what I am going to say is I had the same threat, choice, and seemingly destiny with no way out. As every one of you beautiful black women, some are Mexican women or white women, all of you all in variations that I've seen out there. And I pray they ain't gonna even run this video where I wish they can play it right after a Migos song. Right after, not Migos, they ain't hot right now. The new Young Thug, or whoever everybody like. I only know them when I'm at the club, okay? When I'm at home, my music style is so different. But what I'm saying is, I wish they would mainstream this where you guys will be able to just easily access it. Say, damn, she talking to us. Yes, I'm talking to the ladies that I seen on Figure, starting from, I want to say Century, but no, I want to say Manchester, on down to what we gonna say, Slauson. I ain't even got on another avenues like Long Beach Boulevard or Sunset or anything. I'm just talking about what made me cry when I was going up the street the other day while I was listening to Lil Baby. What's his song? Merch Madness. It's such a nice song. That's another thing. I'm so happy that the men are finally changing their word, sound, and power to bring some positive energy to our youth and inspiration to our youth, instead of just I'm just straight up here to just kill you, nigga, and take your bitch. Like, come on. But I ain't gonna lie, I bop in the club. Do I look like a party girl? Yeah, I am. But it's I'll be asking Jesus, how we go? How can we, he working on me. I ain't made no promises other than I love him and I would never deny him to no one in this world, and for not no dollar. My only promise is to remain me in him. Hello. You guys enjoy this video. Like, share, subscribe. I'm sorry if it was long-winded and too personal, but I'm trying to reach the young girls in Los Angeles, California. Some of you guys are even underage. I hope you reach this video. Okay? Whop it. Tommy the Clown. Let's make sure that these motherfuckers is not touching our little girls, because they touched me. Okay? Have a good one.